C-Fan Sports, the sports show that's dedicated to Seattle sports fans. I'm Dave. This is Kevin. If you're new here, do us a huge favor. Subscribe down below. Make sure that you turn on that notification bell. Give us some input by leaving us some notes down in the comments. Man, we are always responding to anything that you guys have questions about. We are sending out all kinds of notifications to people that want to leave us comments in the comment section down below. As always, give thumbs up and thumbs down, depending on what you feel. Make sure that you've come away with a happy product here at C-Fan Sports.
Exactly.
Anyway, Kevin, speaking of happy products, I think I was pretty happy on Sunday. Seahawks come out of that game 28-21, and it was a absolutely excellent game. Not from start to finish.
No.
We could have done without the first quarter, but second quarter on, I think I felt pretty good about what we had as far as the Seahawks game on Sunday. Now, on paper, if you take a look at it on paper and you try to diagnose what we did, yeah, I'm not very impressive because, and I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit here, Kevin. My pick to click as far as on the offense.
Yep.
Russell Wilson. And to me, Russell played a game that, first of all, I'm sure made Pete Carroll giddy as a little schoolgirl. But he managed that offense and took a beating. He took an absolute thumping. To be honest with you, Kevin, I'm not, I know that I'm monopolizing. I sent a text message to a friend of mine after the first quarter going, I wonder where Russell's going to play next year. Will it be New York? Will it be Chicago? Who knows where Russell's going next year? Because this was exactly what he did not want. Because he got his bottom side whooped. Then I think that he said, okay, enough is enough. And he took over that game. And he took over diagnosing what the defense was bringing at him. He got cerebral with them. And I think, Kevin, you made a huge point, and I'll let you get into Alex Collins here in a minute. What Alex Collins was able to do as far as loosening up that defense, Russell with his legs, Freddie Swain, your dude, coming up with a huge reception.
Huge.
He may not have made a lot of receptions in that game, but man, none was bigger than the touchdown reception. Just amazing to me.
I called it a spectacular touchdown catch.
Spectacular. So, Kevin, give me, now that I've rambled on, give me your perception on the San Francisco game in a whole.
Well, in the whole, let's see, my pick to click was Freddie Swain. He ended up with 3 catches, 20 yards. Nothing exciting, but that touchdown was something outstanding. I really believe Alex Collins. He had 10 rushes for 44 yards, which is 4.4 yards per average because I have quick math like that.
Wow, you are like a calculator.
And another spectacular touchdown, in my opinion. He also had 2 receptions for 34 yards. I really believe Alex Collins was able to rush enough 4 yards per carry in order to take some of the pressure off of Russell in that second half. And that was kind of what we were talking about. Russell did win that game. It was hats off to Russell. I've been really hard on him the last few weeks, but I really thought he played an outstanding game. But I do believe Alex Collins was able to relieve some of the pressure against him. I thought a couple of guys that really stood out, and I know we're going to talk about it, but I thought Quandre Diggs just had an outstanding game. I believe what you said earlier that Jamal Adams, if it wasn't for that hit on Kittle, it could have been a different outcome. But Quandre Diggs, 1 reception allowed on 4 targets, had 7 tackles, 5 solos, 2 pass defensed, and an interception. Ryan O'Neal, boy, he had 5 tackles, 4 solo, and 1 pass defense.
His name's just Ryan Neal, Kevin.
Ryan
O'Neal was married to Farrah Fawcett.
I know.
Just so you can. we're gonna really age ourselves there, but
Yeah.
just Brian Neal.
And I thought Marquise Blair had his best game of the year. I thought the defense played better. And I think by switching DJ Reed back to the right side, the defense in general looked better. And then Sidney Jones, even though the first half, I thought he did not look very good.
No.
But as the game went on, he actually got better, except for he got burned on that 76-yard touchdown to Debo. So.
But here's the thing. It's going to take us some time to get the boys in line here.
Yeah.
And so, I think that the defense played better. We, even though we made Trey Sermon look like a very competent back.
Yeah.
The simple fact is that I saw improvement, and that's what we're looking for, is improvement of this offense and where it moves along. So, we got the improvement we were looking for.
Yep.
And now, I think we should put a bow on this game, Kevin. And unless you have something else you want to say before we move on to our Thursday night game.
Well, I keep thinking that one of our defensive picks are going to do something, but I picked Bobby. He did not. He looked pedestrian out there this past week. I just did not think he looked as great. I think his career is coming to an end faster than I really want it to. And your pick to click, I thought he looked really, really good out there. Oh, wait.
Yeah, on the sidelines.
I didn't see him out there.
On special teams. He even made a penalty on special teams, Kevin. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I think we wrap that game up. So.
All right. So we're going to wrap that up with a bow. We feel good about that, but we don't have a lot of time to bask in the glory of beating the 49ers in Santa Clara. We're going to move right back to Lumen Field. We have the Rams coming in on a Thursday night, prime time. And here's the thing. Seattle has been exceptional in prime time games. However, we're going up against the vaunted Los Angeles Rams. And to be honest, Kevin, they have had our number as of late. And I'm a little concerned about this game. However, Kevin, I think that all things being equal, they got whooped by Arizona on Sunday. And I think that Arizona exposed a couple of things when it comes to their offense and exposed a couple of things when it comes to their defense. Because Kyler Murray absolutely ran wild and passed wild on the Los Angeles Rams defense.
Yep.
All the things that we've been saying since Jump Street, that, Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, and, they're exceptional players. But the simple fact is that the surrounding cast around them, not as good as it was last year. And I think that Arizona exposed that in a big way this week. So going into this game here, very looking forward to see what Russell can do as far as the second quarter, second half, making sure that we don't just start fast, but we end absolutely brilliantly. So, Kevin, let's jump right in. Give me your offensive pick to click and what your thoughts are.
Well, my thoughts are, my offensive pick to click is Alex Collins. I absolutely think he is going to move ahead in the depth charts from Chris Carson. And I think with this game in particular, because you got a defensive tackle and a nose tackle with Joseph Day and Aaron Donald that are going to clog up the middle of that field. And I really believe Alex Collins can get to the outside or be creative and, do his river dance, in the middle of a run. And I just think he's going to have a great game. And I also believe that he's able to catch the ball a little bit better in the, downfield, or, make special plays for him or whatever, when all the pressure's coming, just do the quick drop off and just let it go. And I think that he is going to be special this week.
Absolutely. Kevin, my offensive click to click was somebody that was on the COVID protocol last week.
Yep.
He was held out, and this game, I think, is far more important to him than any other Seattle player. I think he circled this game at the very beginning of the season and said, I can't wait for week 5. And I think that's Gerald Everett. And I think everything that we've seen out of Gerald Everett and the amount of effort that he puts in will be 12-fold this week. And so he is my pick to click. I think that he is going to get the ball early and often, and he's going to say, you should have signed me, McVay, and made me a focal point of your offense. I think that is going to be something that is going to be on display on Thursday night. So Gerald Everett is my pick to click as far as the offensive side of the ball. Kevin, let's flip-flop now, and let's head to the defensive side of the ball. Who do you have as your defensive player that you're going to be pick to clicking? Pick to clicking.
I think Ryan Neal, I won't call him O'Neal anymore, but Ryan Neal will be my player to click. And the reason why is he came in on the dime packages. I really think they're going to play him more, even in a nickel position or dime position. I think with the Rams, they've got plenty of weapons on offense as far as receivers goes. I think he's going to be on the field a lot. And so I really believe that his presence on the field is going to make a huge impact.
Okay. Kevin, I'm going to go with a guy that we've had a little love-hate relationship this year with, and that's Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks made a couple of huge plays. And I think he's starting to get his confidence and his speed underneath him, and I think he is going to come up big in this game. And I think not only is he going to, I think he has to. I think with the screen game, diagnosing those screens, with making sure that he attacks the edges, and not only that, you know what, Kevin, he logged his first NFL sack this week.
True, and it looked good.
Yeah, that was the first sack of his career.
Yeah,
and I think that he got that taste, and once you get a taste for something, you want to get it again.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I think that Jordan Brooks, to me, Kevin, is my player to click as far as on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's going to have a monster game. I really look at him being able to be a tone setter on defense.
Well,
so
I do want to say one thing. We talked about Jalen Ramsey a little bit. I want to see. We know he's going to go up against DK Metcalf because they love each other. I know they're best friends. And so it's going to leave 2 wide receivers open. And I really believe that those 2, Tyler Lockett and Freddie Swain, are going to have very, very good games. And I actually think Eskridge, if he plays, could come and have a really good game as well. So I think those guys against the rest of the secondary, which I don't think is that good for the Rams after watching the game on Sunday, I really believe those 3 guys are going to be a key point. Now, on the other side of the ball, can we shut down Cooper Kupp? Because that guy is just.
Well, I said it before the Vikings game. I said there's 2 wide receivers that can kill us, and that's Adam Thielen and Cooper Kupp. Those 2 dudes play out of their mind against Seattle. And, coming into this game, I hope that Cooper Kupp, we just contain him.
Yeah. I think Cooper Kupp pretty much destroys everybody he plays, but because he had a great game even against, the Arizona Cardinals. We need to be able to shut him down. I'm worried about Darrell Henderson. I thought he had a good game last week. And we need to be able to shut him down. And the last thing I really want to say before we're, put our score out there is the ESPN power ranking for week number 5 came in.
Oh, okay.
Arizona moved up 6 spots to number 2. The Rams moved down 2 spots to number 3. Seattle moved up 4 to number 13. And the 49ers dropped 4 to number 15. So
there we go. I mean, we're risers.
We are risers this week.
So we're going to be hosting them nasty Rams in Seattle. Kevin, what is your score?
Well, my score is going to be 28-24.
Ooh. Seahawks or Rams?
Seahawks, obviously.
All right.
I don't care how bad it is. I'm never voting ever against my home team and my favorite team in the world, the Seahawks. So it's always the Seahawks are going to win every game.
Well, you're a better man than I
am.
On more than one front, by the way. Mine is going to be 24-21. Seattle getting out there with a squeaker. So I guess that just leaves us 2 words, Kevin.
Go Hawks.